everyone. In today's session we are going to see how to install Apm on Windows. There are two methods in which we can install Apm. One is with Node.js and other is using Apm Desktop Client. After seeing both these, we will check the installation and we will also see how to install Apm. Now first we will see how to install Apm with Node.js. For that you have to go to the command prompt, run as administrator. We can use run as administrator to make sure our installation completes and it never stops. So first we can check if any Node.js installation is already there. So we can type the command node-version. So it tells us that node is not recognized as an internal or external command. So Node.js is not there. So let us go ahead and install Node.js on a computer. So step 1, use this link here, https://nodejs.org/en/download. Go to the URL. I already have the URL open here, so go to the URL now, and in this page we will see the windows installer.msi file. So based on the version of your computer, either 64-bit or 32-bit, click on it. So when you click on it, it starts downloading the installation file, and let's wait. Let's wait for it to fully download. Once the download is over, we have to go to the folder location and we have to click on the downloaded file and install our Node.js application. So we go to the downloaded file, double click on it and go ahead with the default installation. So hit next on the screen, accept the license agreement and hit next. Leave it as it is, the default location, and hit next. Again hit next. And again click install. So if it asks for the prompt, click on yes. So it's getting the downloaded files, and let's wait for it to finish. When you are using the command prompt, we have to always use as administrator so that our download doesn't stops, because some users don't have the privileges for downloads. So we can make sure that we are selecting administrator for download purposes. So it's completed now, and now we hit finish. Okay. So we will check if Node.js is installed now. Command prompt, again run as administrator. Again check the version. Okay, node-v. If you type this command, now it shows the latest node version 14.15.3. So each time when you run this, when you install it, it will download the latest version. Okay, now let's get on with the next step. Once we have installed this, we'll again go to the command prompt and we will install Apm using npm install -g apm. So again run this command, npm install. Now you can see it's downloading the Apm files. It may take a while for the download to complete. It's slower, so let's wait for it to complete. Okay, now it's fast and it's downloading it. We're using Appium for the mobile testing, as we know, and through Node.js, this is one of the methods we can download Appium. So once it completes, we'll see where it is installed, and we'll start the Appium. Already we have selected the default location, but we will make a note of the location, file location, so that we can refer to it, suppose if we require it anytime in the future. So it's always a good practice to make a note of the file location, so that we will know the downloaded installation path, and it will be easier for configuration purposes. We can also use the command npm-v, that also shows the npm version which is installed, like how we had used node-v. So it's installing all the files and it's completed successfully here. So we can see added 238 packages, removed and updated. This is not necessary. So it's installed so and so packages and the installation is successful. Now we will start the Apm, but before that we will see where the files are installed. So we will type the command where node. So it's Node.js is installed in this location. And if you want to know about Apm, where Apm, so it's installed in this location. C uses in app data folder. So this is sometimes important. You can make a note of it. Okay, now let's start the Apm server. To start the Apm server, just type Apm in command line. And it takes a while to start it. Let's wait for it. Okay, it successfully started and it's listening on 4723 port. Okay, we'll move on with the next step and we'll see how to install Apm with Apm Desktop Client. For that, go to this particular URL, http://apm.io. Copy. I already have that window open. But paste it here like this. If you go to the URL, you'll get this window. In this window, you'll see an option to click on Download Apm button. Click on Download Apm. Okay, it's loading now. Okay, it takes us to a GitHub page, and if you scroll down, you'll get the option to download it for Windows. There is a folder here. This is what we want. No, we have an exe file here. We will take this one, Apm Windows.exe file. So download this exe file to install it later. So it's downloading now. Wait for the download to get completed. If we are using this Appium Windows, this file, we will get more options for using for doing the automation testing. That we'll see in the later part. As it for now, let it just download. This setup is applicable for both Android and iOS. For iOS, we require Mac machine. This is a Windows machine, but the steps will be the same. In Mac machine, we have this DMG file which you have to download. For Windows, we are downloading this exe file. So all the URL and everything is the same. Just for the Mac file, there's a different name. It's downloading soon. So again, once it downloads, we'll go ahead and install the exe file, and we'll choose all default values. can see the version here is 1.19.1. This is a version of Apm we are downloading. Okay, it's downloaded now. We'll go to the folder, double click on the folder. It's loading now. Okay, run anyway. So it's setting up. It's installing the application now. Okay, we'll select the option anyone who uses this computer. So all users can access this. Okay, install. Click on yes. It's taking a while, but the installation will soon be over. Using this desktop version of Apm takes a while. It will be slower. It is recommended that you use a high RAM configuration so that it works faster, because Apm automation requires a higher RAM speed so that we can work faster with it. It's always helpful in that way. It's installing it. Let's wait for it completed. Once completed, we'll go ahead and start the server and check if it's installed fine. The one which we started in the command prompt, let's close this, because both are going to use same port only, 4723. So let's close this window. Still downloading. Once we have this Apm installed on our computer, we will be able to do the testing for the mobile, for real devices, and as well as the one which you call the emulator. The emulator also is quite helpful. We can see both the methods later on. Let's wait for the installation to finish. Apm is an open source tool, so we can download it and we can use it. It's free of charge, and it provides and helps us with vast automation techniques which we can use using Selenium tool to do automation. It is useful for creating the regression scripts and running it and saving time. So So now it's going faster. Let's wait for it to get over. Still downloading it. It will be over any moment now. We can both start the Apm server through the command prompt and also through the app, desktop app which you're downloading now. Both are quite useful. We can see each one of the features later on. Now it's going faster. Okay, let's wait for it to get over now. Okay, it's finished and it's having a checkbox run Apm. Okay, we'll finish it. Now it will launch the application window. Let's wait for it to pop up. Only the download part is slow. It has to download all the files for configuration. Now it will launch the Apm desktop app window. Once once the desktop window comes, it will run on the same 4723 port and we will start the server now. Here's the icon which we downloaded just now. Okay, here's the window. Okay, start server on this port. So it's starting and it tells it's running now. One thing we have to make sure is that either the desktop application or the Node.js through command prompt application should be running, and both cannot work at the same time. So if we try to start it also, we can see you will not be able to run it. Let's verify that. So again I type Apm to start it through command prompt. So let's see what error it throws. I'm sure there will be an error. It takes a while. So it's starting that server. Okay, so it tells address already in use. So it's not started through command prompt, and see it tells your requested port may already be in use. So only if we close this we will be able to use the Apm server in the command prompt. Okay. Now let's go ahead and see the next step, how to install the Apm. We can uninstall the Apm in command prompt using npm uninstall -g apm. For desktop version you have to go to control panel and you can uninstall it there. So go to the command prompt, type this command npm uninstall -g apm and run it. Okay, now it's starting the uninstallation process. This could take a while. Let's verify the uninstallation is completed. Uninstalling it one by one. Again we will type the command apm-v apm-v or apm-version. Now apm is fully uninstalled from your computer. So now we come to the end of the tutorial of how to install Apm on Windows using Node.js and Apm Desktop Client. Thank you for watching my video, and please don't forget to subscribe.